Oh, g'day guys, welcome back to Arthur's videos. Have I got another doozy or another cracker of a video for you guys to look at now? You know, you can sort of see it. The Italian safety hat is back out again. It's got a few more stains and all this, but yeah, man, we know what we're going to talk about because you brought the titles on the top of the screen, man. All right, before I waffle on, what's under the Italian? I'm going to get a yumcha into me, my fully subscribed cup here, you know. All right, guys, you know, everyone's enjoying them. Yep, seriously, everyone's enjoying them. Let me pour a drink in here. All right, you can hear it's clogging in here. There it is there, so I'm not full of shit. Cheers, guys. Yeah, actually hit the spot today. I've had another shitty day today. Okay, what's underneath the Italian safety cap, you say, you know? It's been a pretty... how can I explain it to you guys? All right, I'm going to reveal it. All right, that's it. This is what it is. It's another monitor, okay? I'm going to explain this one in a little bit more detail. As I said, I got a good response on the last one. I'm going to give credit to one guy. I'm going to give him a thumbs up. Play my other video on what I was calling it. I'm going to zoom around here so you guys can sort of see what it is. There it is there. This here is a KZ-18 basically, okay, which is a KZ. It's 18 inch and there's a 20. And this chassis here, I'm going to zoom down here, has been the popular one. If you have a look at a 26-inch Nanao, it's pretty close to this guy here. Have a look at my last one. I did show you a 26-inch Nanao. There's another video of me talking 26-inch Nanao. But that guy who gave me a really good doozy question, if you go back and read his comment, he goes, what's the difference between a non-hot chassis and a normal chassis? And I was actually going to reply back to it and said, a hot chassis is when you knock something off, and a non-hot chassis is when you pay for it. But no, that's not it. It's a bad joke. As I said, it was a good question. Okay, what the difference is, a hot chassis is when the chassis, back in the old days in the AWA and the Philips TVs, it was called a K9 in the Philips, correct me if I'm that, we're talking about 40-something years now, their chassis were live, basically, so the power was coming in, it could be either 110 or 240, but the chassis was not connected to ground or filled ground, not ground like your power supply, you got your 5 volts and that. We call it filled ground, which is the main earth of the house or the property, you know what I mean? So back to that was the chassis was live. So if you grab the chassis and you grab ground or your shoes not insulated, you will get one in the cooler, mate. You get in the cooler, mate. Yeah, trust me, man. I copped it a couple of times, and the AWAs, and that they were using an auto transformer, which was not oscillated, and mate, did I cap a beating. If anyone watching this video and say, I never got beaten off a bloody a TV monitor or whatever, you haven't been around. You know, if you have, mate, I salute you. I'll take my hat off for you because, mate, anyone's in the TV business or whatever, you haven't copped it in the arse or beaten on one of these monitors or whatever, you haven't been around. Yeah, man, get to the point, man, get to the point. All right. So that's what a hot chassis is called, you know, because it's alive, basically. So the monitor is 240 or 110, depending what country you're looking at. So these are all oscillated. These are insulated, okay? So you can connect the earth to field, and it's fine because the way the power supply is, okay? Basically, it's the way the power supply is. Look, here's one here. Okay, I'll bring this out here. Check this guy out. All right, this one here is the same chassis. I had to clean it all up. It's been goo washed. I actually removed the actual box around here. Have a look at that other one. I removed it. I'm going to put it back in there, slide it all up. This one here had all this rat piss of sitting inside the cabinet like that, and all the rat piss had come down here. It was shit. It was absolutely shit, man. Even the neck board, okay, it was full of shit, basically. You know, it was fucking bad. Dude, it was fucking bad. You know what I mean? So, the point I'm trying to explain to you guys is, I cleaned it all up. Now, we're talking about power supply. So here, I haven't put the leads back in. So this one here, you got your 110 coming in, okay, and it going through the bridge rectifier, and it converts to 105 here, or 95 volts, okay? This is the switch mode power supply. So this here, you could connect it to ground is okay, but the hot chassis, you can't, basically, you know? So I'm going to keep going with my storyline with this monitor, basically, now. Everybody laughed at my little screwdriver that I zapped this tube, basically, and all that crap. And I said, mate, the tube was smaller, so the bigger the tube, the bigger the, you know, you need the jumpers, basically, you know, to zap it. So I'm going to turn this guy back on again, okay? Okay, I'm turning it on from the wall. Okay, this one here is my little, over here, hang on here, this one here. See, I use these plugs. See, that's an American plug, Taiwanese. It's 110, okay, in Japanese. So I use that for all my monitors. I run all my monitors on 110, okay, when I test them. That's how I do them, okay? So I actually connect the two together and make, so we're going to zoom here. I'll make them together so you can sort of see them, how they are, basically, you know what I mean? So I'm going to go to the front now to show you guys on this picture how good the resolution is. So now I have a sticky nose like this, you know, I have a geezer. All right, so see this out? Look how good this is. This one is, I got this out of a cabinet. The guy goes, man, it had a really crispy picture and there was nothing wrong with it. Yeah, my left whatever, you know. And it was pretty shit, basically, you know. So I tuned it all up. That's me playing with the brightness, okay? So you can sort of see how nice the picture is. Same crosshatch, basically. So, again, on this, back to this monitor, all right, put my tripod, back to this monitor. Okay, let's zoom in here, keep it there. Okay, back to this monitor. These had some really good features, okay? So I'm going to de-zap this thing for you guys. I'm actually turning it off, unplugging it for you, all right? I'm going to zoom over to the flaps, okay? Oh, where's the cap? There's the flap, okay? I'm getting my screwdriver, there it is there. Make sure you clip. See how I've noticed I put a bigger clip on this one because it's a bigger TV now. All right, so it's a bigger clip, okay? Clip there on the monitor, on the side. So you're gonna hear this. Watch, listen to this. You hear that? I had a bigger zap because it had more. So lift up the suction cap, okay, the flap. Pop your screwdriver in and you de-zap it. Basically, there it is there. So make sure you pull the flap. Okay, you always play with the flap. You go make sure you clean the flap out, you know, with a bit of lube. Like I said, check my other video. So sometimes you've got a tube bigger. You've got to put a bigger screwdriver and bigger alligator clips. So, for example, for my 38-inch monitors, what I use is, where's my 38-inch monitor? Bigger. Man, 38-inch, man, that's a big boy. That's a big boy. I said, yeah, man, it's a big boy, you know. So what I use for my 38-inch, here's my screwdriver that I use. That's a big one, okay, with that. And these are the size of the alligators, the clips I use to connect the tube together on my 38. All right, so there it is there. That's the size of my clip. There's the other side. You can sort of see it. And I'll stick that into the hole to de-zap it because the tube has got a lot more in the ass, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, you're full of shit, man. You're full of shit. All right, no worries, you know. So back to that, after de-zapping the tube, you know, hang on. Yep, it's de-zapped, you can sort of see it. All right, so now this chassis has got a couple of good features. This good feature about these Nanaos, back in the day, with the Nanao, okay, if you have a sticky nose over here, okay, this is your, let's get into it. There it is there, all right, so you yank it out, that's the yoke, okay? And on this chassis, you can sort of see two jumpers in there. I'll grab the other one, it's easier to work with. Okay, here's the other one. All right, so this is the chassis here. Let's move that out. See there? So that's got two sockets, okay? So you can move the picture. If you want to flip the picture over, you put it onto the other side. So that's how you reverse the picture, left to right, basically, you know. So not left to right, top and bottom if you want to reverse it, you know what I mean? So now, have a look here. These are the, you know, remember the colours that we were talking about, the colours, to adjust the colours? There it is there. Remember the other one, the other one was on the chassis. This one here is on the, this is your gains, okay? And on your neck board, okay, on your neck board, there they are too. Because remember the other one never had it didn't have the colours on there. So somebody's actually adjusted them here. So with the other one, I adjusted this to this tube. This chassis doesn't belong to, this chassis belongs to this tube. Okay, I'll rephrase that. This chassis does not belong to this tube, okay? This chassis is off another tube. So this is the chassis that belongs to this. Someone's actually played around with the adjustment. So when I adjust them, I get my little screwdriver and I adjust them in the middle. Okay, all my pots are in the middle, okay? And I overpowered this guy up. Now I'm trying to find my little screwdriver. So here it is here. Here's my little screwdriver. So what happens is I get it, and what I do is I move them in the middle. I set them all in the middle. So I almost put the gains fully blasted on this. Okay, so that's how I adjust it, basically, you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's how I adjust it. The other ones I don't touch because they're already in the middle. So I do that. So I work between the two of them depending on how bad your tube is. Now, on this chassis here, on this neck board, there's two connections here for the ground. And that's your zap. See that in that little glass thing? So when you turn the tube off, it will go just, it's like a charge going in. It's called a spark gap, you know what I mean? So a lot of people, what they do, they actually connect those together, and in that way it's to get, the ground is together basically and the spark gap, you know what I mean? So there, the spark gap, when you turn the tube turns off, you're going to hear it coming down basically. But these chassis, these actual chassis here, I'll zoom in a little bit better. These chassis, they're unbelievable. You know what I mean? They're really good. They've got two pots here for your negative and positive sinks and that. Easy to adjust the colours, you know, in there. This here, don't forget this chassis here is, I'm trying to think of the year. They came out, correct me if anyone's out there who's older than me. I remember seeing these guys around about, oh my God, my brain is stopped. I remember seeing these guys roughly around about the 83, 82, okay? All right, this is, I think, how old these guys are, you know? So don't correct me on this. I can't tell, basically, the year. Oh, and what I've done is the tube, around the tube, you got to clean it. Man, did you shit your pants or something? Oh, is that the skid marks on your asshole? No, man. See all this black shit? This here is off the tube, okay? I sat there and I just sat there and rubbed like you're polishing your car. So there, that's how bad this tube was from the carbon. Check that out, man. Check that out, how bad the carbon was. Okay, so you got to clean the tube because, as I said, it's from the old famous cigarettes and all that crap was building over the years. Don't forget, these are, as I said to you, they've been in arcade centres for a very long time. All right, hang on, let me stick your nose at this. So yeah, here, I'm trying to find the year on it. There it is there. These are the KZ-18. Okay, so that box sits where the flyback transformer section sits, you know. I'm trying to find out what year it is, basically. Because we used to call these Kagas, you know. But it's actually, it was part of Nanao Group. You know, it's like the Apple guy who makes all the apples. And it's not actually Apple. It's actually, oh my God, my brain is fried today, man. Too many young chars, man. Too many young chars, you know. So Nanao is just like a subsidiary. They give them the parts, they make them, and there it is there. CSA's the Nanao on there. But as I said, these are awesome chassis. This one here, like I said, I've cleaned it all up. Okay, check underneath. It hasn't been molested by priests. It's pretty good. There it is there. But it was fucking full of rat piss, man. It was full of rat piss. It was shit. You know what I mean? So, yeah, this is out of some guy's bloody cabinet. It's a blackjack. Oh, yeah, another poker machine. It's a blackjack. Okay, so I cleaned it all up and all that. And, yeah, so I thought I'd show you another tube. What it does, basically, what the size of the tube is, how much of the zapping you get. Basically, so the bigger the tube, the more of a zap you'll get. But, what else can I say? Yeah, I haven't cleaned this guy up. He's good enough, man. He had a couple of issues. I sorted him out, basically. But I just wanted to tell you about what it is, you know. As I said, I haven't cleaned it. The suction cap is still, you know, I just cleaned the inside. The outside, it still hasn't been touched. You know, it's just left it as it is. It was not bad. It works. You can see how good the quality of the picture is. Yeah, man, that's a really good picture on that tube, man. You know, as I said, CRTs, mate. You can't beat a CRT for when it comes to games. So, what else was there to talk about? You know, so yeah, so that guy with the hot, non-hot, and the other one, I think I've answered your question. about it. So be careful when you're playing around with this shit, man. Always turn it off. Think twice. Double check your work. Make sure you unplugged it and all that shit. Because, mate, if you cop it, like I said to you in my last video, that little hole, mate, that hole in the arse, mate, basically, you know what I mean? You still got a little bit of zap in there still, basically, you know. So yeah, basically, so be careful when you work. I'm not coming around to give you guys mouth to mouth unless you just want me to slip the tongue in. I'm fine, you know. And by the way, if you want any more questions or whatever, you know the old saying here, give it to this. Send me a messages like that other guy. He actually left it on that comment on the bottom of the screen, you know, that down the bottom. So yeah, drop me a message or whatever. As I said, I'm always trying to come up with some great idea, but, you know, it's always hard, you know. But as I said, I wanted to show you another good quality chassis, man. These are qualities. If the guys in America haven't seen these, you have missed out, guys. You have missed out quality chassis, man. You know, these are the best, man. My test unit's got the older version of this, which has got the flyback transformer, which is separate, you know what I mean? And that's even older than this by miles, you know what I mean? And it's still got the best picture on my little 14-inch monitor. So, on that bloody note, guys, thanks for watching this video. Drop me a message down the bottom, that down there, whatever it is. As I said, give me anything you want to talk about, or whatever bullshit you want me to come up with. But as I said, monitors, man, keep the love. It doesn't take much. You can still buy the parts. So, thanks for watching that video of mine. As I said, cheers, guys. Appreciate it.